is like every fan's dream.
It was like the Easter egg you didn't know you wanted that you got. It was amazing.
Oh, I always knew I wanted it.
What can you tell us about coming back to these characters you know so well and giving them complete layers of detail?
I was excited to just be able to come back at all because I told the producers when we were filming they have 7 more years if they want me to play because I've been playing it for 7 years and I think 14-year window for a vampire is about enough. And so just the idea that I could go back and play Spike was really exciting. The idea that Amber would be writing with Christopher Golden was freaking perfect because both of them know the world in and out. They're both hugely talented and so patient, which is good for me because I can be annoying. And what? and yeah, I just I forget. James, say me.
Sure, as always. No, it's yeah. To get to come back and play this, I don't know which camera to look at. I'll look at all of them. What are we talking about? No, it was incredibly exciting, and to get to play in the world and to have the character so much more fleshed out, and to get to do scenes with people I had never worked with, like Tony and Emma. Well, I worked with Emma, and Charisma, and those watching those people work and everybody work was like sometimes it was like, oh crap, I have a line. So yeah, it was incredible.
And the thing is that we were originally really well cast. They cast very good actors in roles that they can really shine. And so just it was kind of getting back together and effortlessly. It was just fun. I'm sorry to say, it was easy. And I remember listening to you and just be like, how is he dunking every line? It's like boom, boom, dunk, and I was like, oh, he's just being himself. Like he is perfectly cast as Clint, and you combine you have a warm personality, and you combine that with the lines, and you get a great character.
It's easy to dunk when you're being set up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go, buddy.
What could you do with the scripted podcast that you couldn't do with the live action shows?
So much more special effects kind of stuff to use the brain that you couldn't budgetarily probably use before.
Good question. I guess I'll flip it because I think the scripts that were written probably would be easily filmed. Yes, a little bit of money there.
Yeah.
But that they fit very much in what you'd expect out of an original episode. My concern was the fights. I thought I'd done other Audible dramas, and the fights kind of sounded like this. Like, and I'm like, cheesy is not the brand. I think the movie was kind of camp, and that's not the way to serve this kind of property. And they were like, oh, don't worry about it. We're a different company. We do it right. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay, now I'm worried. But then they had me hear it. I listened to about 15 minutes of it, and I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. And the technology that they're using is this proprietary technology that puts the audience in a specific point in the room, and then blocks the actors digitally, because we recorded it just standing still at a microphone, but they're manipulating
Your movement.
right, and they are moving our voices around the room, and they took the time to block all of the scenes for all of the episodes. They showed me the notes, and they had me listen to it. And for those people who have surround sound, you will hear us walking around you. And they had me listen to it in stereo too, and it's still very effective. But I had this idea that people should, in their friend group, find the person who has surround sound and then have listen parties.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge of bringing a character that you've done physically and acting into just using your voice?
Yeah, I don't feel like it was a challenge. It was more of an almost freedom to it.
Well, the thing is, James and I are theater actors, And so, like when you're doing theater, your face is like this big, you know, and your eyes are pretty much invisible. So it's mostly
Speak for yourself.
well, your eyes are huge.
I know.
Yeah, but
All
it's
the better to look at you.
very quick. So like you're hanging words in the air. That's kind of your job, and in a certain rhythm, in a certain color to tell a story. And so going, I guess knowing that you are doing that, because really when you're filming something, it is about covering up what you're feeling with your voice, trying to hide things because it's going to be seen anyway because the camera's so intimate. And so it's really good film acting is actually trying not to be seen, knowing you'll fail, but you don't want to try to communicate everything that you're feeling because that gets cheesy. And so it is a process of putting all of the information that you have about your character into the voice. But for us, that was so close to what we do all the time anyway. Yeah.
So between now and the series, have you ever turned off the characters, or is Spike and Clem always living inside of you? Is it
No, I've completely forgotten them.
you forgotten? I mean, but
Don't do that.
Oh, come on, buddy.
No, I mean,
No, you
people think I'm
haven't.
insane. You know,
Well, sure.
go to a party. Hey,
we don't
James,
like to
how you
say that
doing?
word anymore.
You know, oh, I'm fine. You know. Can't do it. No, I've moved on with my life. How do you forget that guy?
Good enough you tried. And I've tried. No, for me, the character was always sort of an extension of my natural personality and just putting that into the lines. And this was so, because Chris and Amber know me really well, we've been friends for a very, very long time, they just put all of it. They just were like, here you go. And it was like, yeah, so it's kind of always been there. I'm a
Slippers and
goof.
grape soda, right?
Who doesn't love some grape soda?
No kidding.
No kidding, though.